Good morning, this is Captain Drew Cavanaugh with Florida Inshore Fishing Charters, Mosquito Lagoon Site Fishing Charters, located here in East Central Florida, east of Orlando and Daytona Beach, Cocoa Beach, New Smyrna Beach, Titusville, and Oak Hill. And I am here on the world famous Mosquito Lagoon. This is the Indian River right here in front of me. The Mosquito Lagoon is just off to the right of the camera here. And this is your December 20th, 2013 Mosquito Lagoon Indian River Flats Fishing Report. Well, I'm just going to say one thing here, one word or one little phrase here real quick, and all I can say is what I'm about to tell you is epic. Unbelievably epic. I'm standing on the dock. The camera is facing towards the northeast, just several miles down there is New Smyrna Beach, Daytona Beach. Behind me is Titusville. And let me tell you what, it is, it feels like it's summertime. I've got the sun on my back. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. There's blue skies everywhere. The water is crystal clear. The past several days, past few weeks, the flats fishing has just taken off to an on fire status. The water level dropped, which that means that it takes space away for these fish to move about, and so now these fish are compact. They're starting to group up in massive schools. The water clarity went from one day of dirty to phenomenally crystal clear. I'll try to pan the camera down here and see if you can see it. I don't know without a polarized lens how well you can see. Probably not very well, but it is just crystal clear. And let me tell you what a beautiful day. It's supposed to be a high of I think 80, 81, 82. Not a cloud in sight. You get out here on days like this with the sun at your back, you pull these grass flats and these flats, and you can see the visibility with a good pair of polarized lenses on, copper amber color. You can see for hundreds and hundreds of feet, if not hundreds of yards, at right angles. If the sun is at the correct angle, I should say, not right angle, like 90 degree. If it's at the correct angle, perfect. Past few days, the best fishing has been all day long. It doesn't matter. You get out there early light and you're seeing some fish. The main go-to bait here lately is I've been using the heck out of the DOA Airhead, putting on the hook, keeping it as a top water, or you can add a little bullet weight on your monofilament 15-pound leader, 10-pound braid, and it'll allow it to sink to sight fish these fish. Just walking down my dock here, I saw numerous finger mullet. There were dolphin everywhere feeding. You can see a couple boats out here fishing in the channel. Typical Florida day. If you're out there and you're wanting to sight fish, throw to individual fish. Right now the go-to lure is going to be the DOA shrimp. Try to stick with the natural colors. I've never been a big fan of these fancy colors. It just doesn't look right. I'm more convinced that colored lures that aren't provided in nature are more adept and more to psychologically sell you, the fisherman, the color. The fish are looking for natural colors. That's why I stick to white, the lighter colors, or extreme dark color. Not many bait fish out here are red, white, blue, green, pink, yellow, striped, fancy fluorescent. So stick to your natural colors. The past few days, past weeks, getting out there, getting onto the grass flats, looking for signs of life, bait fish. With the water dropping, areas where it was deep a few weeks ago, those fish aren't in there, so they're going to move out of there. They're going to get into areas where they're forced to go now. Now on the downside of that, all I can ask is for those of you out there, when you get out there and you see somebody else on a flat that's fishing, give them about a square mile around them and just think that they're going to be in that area. Don't be running banks, bumping fish. My God, that tactic is getting so old that makes a lot of people angry, because you just shouldn't do that. If you get to a flat and there's somebody else already out there, just move on and say to yourself, next time we need to be out here a little bit earlier. It is really that simple. It's not rocket science. As the day goes on, you're able to keep an eye out and move from flat to flat, grass flats. Watch these potholes for giant trout. Please, I beg you, when you get these trout, handle them with the utmost care along with other fish. Hold them horizontally. Don't grab them with boca grips, holding them up to hang up and down in the air for the picture. That's horrible on them. If you train yourself and say to yourself, my number one priority with any fish you land is the release. If you have to skip the picture, skip the picture. And it will become second nature to you to get these fish in the boat, get the picture or not get the picture and get them released, and the survival. When you're releasing them, lower them back in the water, holding their tail, give them a few minutes to revive, and they'll kick away. Don't push them off. Let them say when it dictates when it's ready to go. For those of you wanting to use live bait, get on the grass flats. You're pulling flats. As you're pulling down a grass flat and you're looking for redfish, you know, you can put you on a live shrimp. Usually hook them through the tail, make the cast past them, slowly reel it in. Soft presentation, soft presentation, soft presentation. If that thing lands, slams down in the water, it'll spook them. Heck, if something lands on your dining room table and slams down, it'll spook you, versus somebody setting it down on the table. So think soft presentation. You know, apply things in your head when you're making these casts. You know, the sunlight, the shadow it makes, you know, whether boats around, the trajectory, how fast are the fish moving, and eventually it will become second nature to you. Redfish are anywhere between a few pounds up to numerous pounds, 10, 15 pounders. There is no hot spot anywhere from, you know, Port Orange, Daytona Beach, New Smyrna Beach, down through the lagoon, through Titusville, the south end near Cocoa Beach. Everything is great. Had a colleague call me a few days ago, said they caught so many redfish up on the north end, in the Edgewater area. He said they were a lot of smaller fish, but the kids that were with him had a great time, so that's a good idea. I'm getting reports of the middle lagoon and the north lagoon of, you know, fantastic numbers of, you know, big redfish, good sized drum, great trout. Getting reports of in the Indian River, the Mims side, the Titusville side, of great drum fishing and great trout fishing. A few redfish scattered about. It's like I said, this is typical wintertime fishing in Florida. My personal opinion, the best time to fish in Florida, it can go anywhere from November through May. June, July, and August can be okay. It's great for tarpon, the seasonal fish that travel. September and October the same way, but you can't go wrong if you're into sight fishing, especially in the winter time, because the water's crystal clear. So that's probably one of the reasons I like it. I'm not saying the summertime is bad, but just about this weather, you just can't beat the weather. The whole psychological impact of being out here on a day like this when you know somebody's probably up hundreds of miles north of you shoveling driveways and icicles. So just part of the game of living here in Florida. So until then, I want to wish everybody a safe and happy holiday season. And if you're looking to book a charter, give me a call. Check out my website, FloridaInshoreFishingCharters.com or MosquitoLagoonSightFishing.com, and we'll talk to you the next time. Thank you.